kind of leapt into it because I'm in a period of my life where I'm really interested in experimenting. I'm interested in growing. I made one other documentary, which was called Made in America, about Jay-Z and this music festival he was curating in Philadelphia. And I had a really good creative experience.
If you grew up loving Ron Howard, you might remember him as the cute redhead from The Andy Griffith Show. He later became well known for directing movies like Apollo 13 and A Beautiful Mind. But Ron's life has had its share of challenges, including heartbreak, close calls, bullying, and drama in Hollywood. Today, we will look at some parts of his life that he kept private for a long time, like the Opie shaming, accidents on set that could have hurt his career, lawsuits, and family secrets that almost ended his marriage. Get ready, because this story might surprise you. Let's start from the beginning. In 1954, Ron Howard was born in Duncan, Oklahoma. His parents, Rance and Jean, both wanted to be actors. Rance wrote and performed, while Jean acted on stage too, but they struggled to make ends meet. In 1958, when Ron was just 4 years old, they packed their car and moved to Hollywood, hoping for a better life. They settled in a small house in Burbank, near a big studio. Ron grew up around cameras and actors instead of playing in a regular preschool. This move changed their lives significantly, for better or worse. Early steps into acting, family necessity, and tough choices. Ron became famous in January 1956 when he was just 18 months old. His parents had him appear briefly in Frontier Woman because they needed a baby for a scene. They were struggling financially. Ron's dad, Rance, had just left the Air Force and didn't want a stable job. By 1959, when Ron was 5, he got his first credited role in The Journey. He faced bullying from the crew for his red hair and freckles. Despite their money troubles, his parents kept him in public school for a normal childhood. In 1960, Ron landed the role of Opie Taylor on The Andy Griffith Show. He won the part out of over 300 kids who auditioned. The show premiered on October 3rd and became very popular, with Ron acting in 243 to 249 episodes. His pay started at $300 per episode and increased to $1,000 by 1968. Being a child actor was tough because he had to memorize lines and perform well under pressure. He bonded closely with Andy Griffith, who acted like a father figure. However, Ron also saw Andy struggle with alcohol and witnessed some frightening moments on set, like a near-drowning incident in 1962. After the show ended in 1968, Ron faced 50 failed auditions. He felt stuck and decided to take a minor role in Gentle Ben in 1969, earning $500 per episode. He later joined the Smith family in 1971. While he struggled with anxiety, he tried to maintain an everyday life and played high school basketball, even though he felt trapped by expectations. American Graffiti, breakthrough in bullying. In 1973, Ron Howard got a significant role in American Graffiti, directed by George Lucas. While filming, his co-stars Harrison Ford and Paul Le Mat bullied him for being a former child actor. This experience, which he called his Opie shaming moment, affected him for years, even though Ford later apologized. Ron met Cheryl Alley in high school. In early 1971, rumors spread that she was pregnant, which Ron denied in his school paper. He proposed 3 times before they got married on June 7, 1975. During this time, Ron struggled financially, delivering newspapers to make money. He also had a car accident that resulted in medical bills. Despite these challenges, American Graffiti earned $115 million. But Ron did not receive any extra money after asking for 1% of the profits. In 1974, Ron joined Happy Days and quickly became popular. The show peaked at 31 million viewers, but tensions arose over pay differences between him and Henry Winkler. Ron eventually decided not to participate in a $10 million lawsuit against CBS for royalties, feeling it could hurt friendships. In 1975, Ron directed a short film called Deed of Daring Do. In 1977, he released Grand Theft Auto, which earned $15 million despite a lawsuit from an accident on set. After marrying Cheryl, they faced tabloid rumors but stayed strong together. Ron left Happy Days in 1980 to pursue new opportunities, signing with NBC for $1 million and creative control. He debuted as a director with Night Shift in 1982, which earned $21 million. Directing hits, triumphs, and turmoil on set. Ron Howard's career began with Grand Theft Auto, but an accident affected him. In 1984, he released Splash, which cost $11 million and earned $69.8 million. Tom Hanks starred in it and disagreed with the crew. Ron helped solve the issue, securing support from Disney's Touchstone. In 1985, he made Cocoon. An extra threat of violence over how the film showed older people raised security costs by $150,000. The movie got delayed, but it made $85 million and won Oscars for Donna Meche and visual effects. In 1988, Ron directed Willow based on a George Lucas idea. The film had a $35 million budget and earned $137 million, but lost $20 million in marketing. Ron almost quit over a $5 million cut, but home video sales saved it later. Parenthood came out in 1989. It drew from a personal moment with his child. The film cost $20 million to make and earned $126 million. A writer named Elena Vasquez sued Ron for using her ideas, which almost delayed the release. In 1991, Ron directed Backdraft, where a fire stunt hurt several people. The film made $152 million and received an Oscar nomination for its special effects. Apollo 13, released on June 30th, 1995, earned a whopping $355 million. Hanks wanted the film to be accurate, which caused rewrites and a $2 million loss. Ron later won Oscars for editing and sound. On November 8, 1996, he released Ransom, which earned $309 million. However, real-life threats to his family led to FBI involvement. In 2000, The Grinch earned $345 million. Jim Carrey had to wear 2.5 hours of makeup daily, leading to tensions on set. The film won an Oscar for makeup in 2001. Finally, in 2001, Ron directed A Beautiful Mind, which earned $313 million and won Best Picture and Best Director Oscars. There were some challenges with Russell Crowe on set, but they rehired him, keeping costs down. Controversial blockbusters, The Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, and Solo. In 2006, The Da Vinci Code sparked protests due to its views on Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Ron Howard received a death threat and hired bodyguards, but the film still earned $760 million. In 2009, Angels and Demons faced criticism for depicting the Illuminati. The Vatican blocked some filming locations, so Howard built fake sets instead. The movie made $485 million. After firing the original directors in 2017, Ron took over Solo, a Star Wars story. He completed most of the filming and raised the budget to $275 million. Critics thought he played it too safe, and the film made $393 million, disappointing fans. In 2015, Imagine Entertainment was sued by 54 Sudanese refugees over The Good Lie. They claimed they were owed $55,000 for sharing their stories. The film earned $3.2 million, but settled quietly in 2017, facing backlash despite raising money for charity. 2013, Rush faced a lawsuit after a stuntman got injured on set. The film earned $90 million, but received criticism for glorifying dangerous situations. Ron's daughter, Bryce Dallas Howard, born on March 2, 1981, accepts the Nepo baby label. The Howard family has a strong Hollywood legacy, with Bryce directing and acting in Jurassic World, which made $1.6 billion in 2015. Rance Howard, Ron's father, died on November 25, 2017, at 89. He acted until shortly before his death. His sons honored him in People. There were rumors of a conflict between Clint and Ron, but they worked together on Grand Theft Auto and remained close. Ron and his wife Cheryl celebrated 50 years of marriage on June 7, 2025. They met in high school and recreated their first date in a 1970 VW Bug. They have 4 children and 6 grandchildren. Despite rumors of a near divorce in the 80s, Ron said in 2020, "No one else." Lingering controversies, jokes, politics, and more. In January 2011, Vince Vaughn's gay joke in The Dilemma upset many people, including redhead and Ellen DeGeneres, especially after Tyler Clementi's tragic suicide in 2010. Universal removed the joke from trailers but kept it in the movie, which earned $69.7 million despite the backlash. Hillbilly Elegy premiered on Netflix on November 24, 2020. It made $45 million, with 25% of critics and 82% of audiences giving it positive reviews. Glenn Close received both an Oscar nomination and a Razzie for her performance. In August 2025, Vulture reported that Ron Howard was surprised when J.D. Vance chose Trump as his running mate, as he initially seemed moderate. Howard called the film a mixed bag. Eden, previously known as Origin of the Species, premiered on September 7, 2025, starring Jude Law and Ana de Armas. This true story from the 1920s involves jealousy and murder. The film was shot in Queensland, in the Galapagos, with a budget of $35 million. Howard mentioned feeling nervous about the darker themes, and the film got a 68% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. In 2025, Howard received his first acting Emmy nomination for The Studio, in which he plays a funny version of himself. As of July 15th, the show had received 23 nominations. Howard has expressed superstitions about his past failures, joking on Instagram about not having many acting wins. His journey shows his strength in overcoming challenges in Hollywood. If you found this interesting, please like and subscribe for more insights.